Hey, John.
Hi, Kevin. How are you?
I'm well. It looks like you're ready to go.
I am.
So, you suspicious we got asbestos?
Oh, very. This is the perfect candidate for an asbestos-containing building product. It's linoleum from the 70s and 80s, and the real giveaway is it's in fantastic shape. Asbestos was the good stuff.
Wow. So the fact that it's in good shape suggests that it's in there. That's kind of ironic.
Yes, it is.
It's nasty stuff. I mean, it's fine now for the homeowners in this condition.
It is. In its present form, it's fine. It's covered with a sheet of vinyl, but the backing probably has a high amount of asbestos. You don't want it in your lungs. The body would deal with it, and a cancer would form probably over time.
Which is why we're worried about it in terms of demolition, disturbing it, getting airborne. So what are you going to do for us?
We're just going to cut out a small piece, bag it up, and ship it off to the lab.
All right. Well, you've got the nice white suit on, so I'll excuse myself and let you get to it.
All right. Thanks, Kevin. We're going to test two other areas. We're going to test some skim coat plaster in the dining room and some flue cement in the basement.
We sent our 3 samples to a local lab. I'm headed over to understand how they test for asbestos.
Kevin, before we go over to test your samples, I wanted to stop and show you some fibers that I have up on my screen.
Okay.
The first fiber I wanted to show you is a man-made fiber. It's fiberglass. It's clear, uniform in shape, and it's very distinct.
Very straight.
It's very straight. And then down here, we have cellulose fiber. It's an organic fiber, it's flat, it's ribbon in shape.
Completely different.
Completely different. All fibers are going to have their own optical properties. Asbestos fibers will check about 7 or 8 optical properties to confirm that it is indeed asbestos. And we can take you over to Kristina now to test your samples.
So Kristina, what are you looking at?
All right, Kevin, I have your linoleum sample underneath my stereoscope. I've plucked out a few suspect fibers, and I've got them prepped up on my screen over here.
So that's an actual fiber that you pulled?
Yes, it is. I'm highly suspicious that it's asbestos, and I'm going to confirm that by going through the optical properties. The first one that we're looking at here is something called dispersion staining. In the vertical here, you'll see a very distinct electric blue color.
A lot of color.
A lot of color. And as we rotate the stage, you're seeing a very distinct change to a magenta color in the parallel.
What does the change tell you?
The change is very characteristic of chrysotile asbestos.
One of them.
One of the characteristics. But that distinct color change, that looks very much like asbestos to me. But we're going to continue so that we can confirm it. I'm now going to change the way the light is moving through the microscope into something called the pink field.
So you're manipulating the light.
I am. I'm manipulating the light. And here we see that we have the asbestos fiber lined up in this orientation, appearing to have a blue color. And as we rotate the stage on the microscope, which changes the way the light is moving through the fiber,
Look at that.
we see that it changes to a yellow color.
Because it changed colors the way you expected, you're suspicious of asbestos. If it hadn't performed that way, you could probably rule it out?
If it had absolutely no color change, it would not be asbestos.
Gotcha.
And if it had a different type of color change, we would not be able to necessarily rule out asbestos, but we could rule out chrysotile asbestos, which is the most common type in the United States. The next optical property that we're going to take a look at is in what's called my dark field. And here we have the same fiber that we've been looking at. And as we rotate the microscope stage, you will see portions of the fiber go extinct at certain angles. And that's happening when it's perfectly lined up parallel. You can see bits of this fiber going extinct, and perfectly perpendicular.
So that one on the right just sort of disappeared.
See that? Yeah, it's going through, and it disappears as it moves through.
So you're using some sophisticated equipment. You clearly have an experienced eye, because that's just jumping out at you. Nobody in the field could just pick up a piece of material and be like, asbestos.
No, it requires the polarized light microscope in order to confirm that it's asbestos.
You have to test, you have to go to a lab.
You have to test. There is no way to confirm asbestos out in the field, and you're not going to see them with the naked eye.
So you have to look through 7 or 8, I heard. You look through ours. What did you determine?
I have determined that your sample is in fact positive for asbestos.
So
it
we
has
have to-
all of the characteristics.
So we've got to abate that in that bathroom. Any other samples we sent you?
We did not detect these fibers, and therefore they're negative.
So 1 out of 3.
Yep.
So we will abate the 1 and the other ones are okay.
Yep.
All right, thanks,
All
Kristina.
right, good luck.
Polyethylene film, duct tape, and negative air pressure machines are used to abate the asbestos bathroom floor. This prevents contaminating other areas of the house. The contractors wear protective suits, hoods, and respirators. The asbestos is secured and sent to a landfill that accepts asbestos waste. All of this is done so fibers cannot become dislodged or inhaled, and therefore they pose no risk. Thanks for watching. This Old House has got a video for just about every home improvement project, so be sure to check out the others. And if you like what you see, click on the subscribe button to make sure that you get our newest videos right in your feed.